What's up, everyone? Welcome to Bench with the Tovar Brothers. My name's Joey, joined by my brother Angel, of course. What's up, man?
Hello.
This episode's for Wednesday, January 31st.
Hump day.
Even though we are in the studio here late night on the 30th.
On Tuesday night, yeah.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anything comes out in the morning, that's why.
Yeah, but knowing our luck, something will come out Wednesday morning. We'll just
and knowing you guys, as soon as you wake up, you're going to pop this thing on.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be current anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Episode number 85, like I said, I think of Chad Ochocinco. Kind of his number, right?
Yeah, I mean, he owned 8, I'm sure.
When your number's your nickname?
Derek Mason was 85.
Yeah.
And TJ Hushmanzada, right, was 85, I think.
No. When your number is your nickname, it's your number.
Yeah, Ochocinco. It doesn't mean 85, he's 85, it's still like one of the best nicknames and showboaters and showmen of our eras.
Did you see he's begging to be a coach for the Eagles?
Really?
Yeah.
Ocho.
He wants to be a coach.
I can see him being a good coach. He was always a very good wideout.
I could also see him like giving the craziest press conferences.
Well, he
as
did.
A coach.
Well, he did tell people to take half a Viagra pill before every game.
There it is.
Yeah.
Wrapping up January. How you feel about that? Let's check in on Angel
here.
here.
Been a long January.
On the road to 30. We're entering your birthday month.
Yep. Birthday month.
How we feeling?
Good. Tired.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. You're almost done.
No, January feels very long. Like it took
Really? I feel like it was just Christmas.
No, I feel like it was like 12 weeks of like January.
Really?
Yeah, it really just dragged the hell on.
Okay. Well, that's nice, cheerful news.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us. If you're new to the channel, hello. Welcome to our humble office, our humble studio that we've never named, but at some point we will.
At some point.
Mm-hmm.
At some point. It's got to be organic and natural and come out of its stupid joke or something.
Yep. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with us. We'll be going 3 times a week, no matter what. Angel, is that going to go past Super Bowl?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, it will. So make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with everything we're putting out here. And then, of course, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, String and a Tin Can, or you listen to the neighbors at the window when they're playing Bench with the Tovar Brothers. However you're listening today.
I mean, if you do that, please send us a video. We'll send you everything
you are the
want.
bench warmer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but if you're listening to the audio version of Bench with the Tovar Brothers, I appreciate you. We love you. I think sometimes we tend to address the YouTube crowd a little more, but we love the audio crowd.
The podcasters only, the guys who put it on while they're working. That's crazy, and thank you for doing that while you work.
Yes. And then, of course, if you're following, or go ahead and follow on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Just reached 100 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Just TikToking away over there.
We'll move on.
TikToking and chatting. It's getting late. Follow us on those platforms. Search at Benched Show, spelled just like that. And we're putting up stuff there. We put up a clip today. Short little clip of the show. Some highlights. Breaking news. And over the summer, that thing's going to get popping because, we're going to be doing some traveling. We're going to be doing some...
I mean, last summer, it was popping because there was all signings and there wasn't... Yeah, it was just... Yeah, very
free agency, the draft. You're going to want to be following along, so make sure you're following those different platforms. This is not news-worthy, so I'm just going to report it right now.
Okay.
Because
is it bananas? Is it like give them some bananas?
Yeah, it would have been a bananas thing if it was Monday, but it's not.
Just give it to a Wednesday.
No, I'm going to clear it now.
Wednesday's prunes.
I'm going to do it right now. What?
It's like not as good as bananas.
We'll start giving out prunes?
Yeah, just prunes on Wednesdays.
Yeah, just start picking different fruits different days of the week.
Yep.
Okay, so raise your hand if you've been guilty of maybe complaining about Taylor Swift a little too much.
Too much? Okay.
I've been there. I feel like at a certain point, it got fun to hate on Taylor Swift, and especially her press box. It got really fun to go in on Brittany Mahomes.
Yeah.
This was pretty shocking to me. CBS only showed She Who Shall Not Be Named 44 seconds during Sunday's game. Did it feel like just 44 seconds?
That's a lie. It felt more than that.
I was going to say it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Fake
news.
No. 44 seconds. They showed crab cakes and aquarium B-roll footage combined more than they showed Taylor Swift. So I think we're starting to overreact a little bit.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
See, that's what I'm saying. That is the anger that we need to avoid. We need to be happy people spreading love and joy.
Okay, you can be happy. I refuse to feed the beast because Super Bowl week's going to be all about them.
All right, well, so much for positivity. Let's get to the news.
Do you think that they're like the couple of like they're the couple of this year? Like that's like the couple then.
Yes.
Like you know how Brad and Angelina were like the couple, then like, you know.
They're the American sweethearts this year, for sure. Okay. Right? Yeah. They are. They just are. There's no more fighting it. They are.
You know.
I mean, socially, culturally, financially, they're just it this year.
Yeah.
And that fool wins a Super Bowl?
Yeah. They were. Yeah. It's going to be all over. If they win a Super Bowl, you will see an interview with Taylor Swift. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be everywhere, and just get ready for it. It's just going to be plastered.
Yeah, I think, listen, football community, if I could speak to you a little bit without you turning me off, okay? Just accept it. It's happening. She's part of the show. She's part of the program. And just take it with it, you know, just like those terrible commercials.
I wonder if there's any other people in the Super Bowl dating celebrities.
Probably.
There's overshadowed by this.
The Niners, right? I mean, I guess, what's her name? Kyle Juszczyk's wife's celebrity now.
Yeah, she just got approved by the NFL to, yeah.
I'll go ahead and knock that one off my...
Oh, sorry.
Well, we're in the news, so we actually should get to the news here. Let's start. Let's do some football talk. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
Big news for your boy C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans, and honestly, their championship window. Yes, I said that. The Texans' championship window. Texans and offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick have agreed to a new contract. He's staying around, and the quarterback coach, I forgot his name at the moment, he's staying around as well.
Johnson.
They're keeping these boys together. Yeah. D'Amico Ryans keeping his staff together, maybe waiting on a better job. We'll talk about that a little later. But for next year, he's going to have his OC back and his quarterback's coach back.
Could not be more excited.
Huge.
And more enthused and more pumped for CJ Stroud. This is exactly what you want. Stability coming into the league. You know how many young quarterbacks have coordinators in and out, head coaches in and out? He's getting the same people around him next year who helped him have one of the best rookie quarterback seasons ever.
I mean, even the good guys don't get this ability. Jalen Hurts is on his third offensive coordinator in 3 years.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes changed
coordinators like almost every year.
When Bieniemy left and Charles Nagy? Matt Nagy.
Charles is his father.
Yes. Sorry, Charles. Huge fan of the show.
So Charles, friend my boy C.
Friend of the show. My boy C. Mr. C.
Mr. C.
But yeah, no, this is so just gonna keep going with that.
Sorry.
Put in the chat if you know what colloginal, where that's from.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is huge for CJ Stroud, and I mean it when I say championship window, because if you have a quarterback on that contract and you have all that cap space, you need to strike with the iron's hot. You need to go for it.
Over $70 million in cap space.
Yep. And that's without even tinkering with the contracts.
Yeah, that's not without you pushing money back, getting creative.
Do you understand how much money can be freed up? The Eagles aren't even in the top 15 in cap space right now, but by doing like 3 moves, they could have $50 million in cap space.
It's just the cap space. These GMs have learned how to manipulate cap space so well. They could have easily $100 million on. There's some wideouts out there. There's some pass rushers out there. Yep. There's linemen out there who can help. We saw Stroud struggle against the defense that could rush him. Maybe they throw money at that. Maybe they'll go get Will Anderson and go sign Burns or Daniel Hunter and go get Jalen Johnson and go make this team perfect. Also, while keeping Slowick there. Slowick passed up on so many head coaching opportunities because why would you want to leave C.J. Stroud?
You have all the boxes checked as far as an attractive free agent location. You have money. You have a coach that people likes. You have a young quarterback who's balling out. Mm-hmm. You have continuity and within the coaching staff. You have a great culture. Yep. You have everything you could want. So you're going to be surprised this year about the names that are going to the Texans.
Yeah,
big names we've never had that.
And that doesn't even. Also, we don't even know they can trade for people. They have the cap space to take on contracts.
Yeah,
they and now players who are going to want to dude, get me to Houston, get me to this team that's was right there, one win away from the conference.
Get me to Houston.
Get one game away from the AFC title game,
and yet the year before, 1 game away from first overall pick.
Yeah, so this is a slam dunk.
God, I love the NFL.
Slowick and D'Amico Ryans and the whole what. Texans fans deserve this. This is awesome for the NFL.
Similar luck in Detroit.
Yeah.
The coaching world shocker of the year.
This is the shocker
so far. I mean, more than Harbaugh.
Well,
More than Harbaugh.
And Belichick?
More than Belichick. We saw those things coming.
Yeah.
There was rumors about that. Ben Johnson has informed the Seahawks and Commanders. I'm staying with the Lions. We're making a run.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He's back.
We just said championship windows. You could tell. Man, I hope Aaron Glenn stays. I want this team to run it back. Try again and see what happens.
9 games below 500. 9-8. This year, 12-5. They're right in the championship window.
And this is his offense.
This is his offense.
He's designed it. It's morphed around him. He knows all the players.
Yep.
You
know them. They're going to add weapons.
Yeah.
They have not been shy about that.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know which is more exciting, the Texans one or the Lions one. But both these teams are in a fantastic spot. Both good teams. Both are keeping all the coaches that are normally poached, normally taken away, HCs or whatever.
Yeah.
Lions, God, that's amazing. Did you see what Eminem said?
His tweet? But I can't remember it. Yeah.
He literally said he was writing a diss track because he was going to leave, and then just stopped it. Oh, God, I love Eminem.
Don't ever leave because
Eminem will
by Eminem.
And I don't think that you ever want that.
What this also does in a roundabout way, and we won't get all into this, I want to talk about this later in the show. All the coaches on the hot seat, knowing now that Ben Slowick and Slowick, I forgot his name,
Bobby Slowick.
Bobby.
Yeah.
I know it was a B. Bobby Slowick and Ben Johnson are there waiting for jobs next year. That seat just got hotter.
Yep. Everyone's like, oh, crap.
I'm talking to you, Sean McDermott. I'm talking to you, Nick Sirianni. I'm talking to you.
Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy, Mike Tomlin, all you guys. There's some young guns who said, we'll wait till next year.
Oh, man.
Speaking of just huge coordinator coaching positions, changes. Steelers.
Oh, my God. Say it. Just say it.
The Steelers midseason fired Matt Canada.
Okay.
Right? People hated him.
They were chanting in Pittsburgh games that weren't the Steelers, fire Canada.
Yep.
The Pittsburgh Penguins fans were shouting, fire Canada. That's how much they didn't like this guy.
Hated him. Didn't love the next guy either. Now they're replacing him with maybe the most hated man in the NFL. I feel like in my head right now, Darth Vader music is playing. Arthur Smith, hired as the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fantasy-wise, you need to sell Freiermuth. You need to sell Pickens. You need to sell Deontay Johnson. You need to sell Claypool. I know he's not on the team. Sell him.
And get all the backups.
They're
going off.
It's going to be a huge year for the third-string running back.
Yep. Huge year for the backup tight end, whoever that is. I think it's Hayward. For Washington.
Darnell Washington's going to go off. Expect them to pursue Cordell Patterson in free agency.
Yep, he will be on their team.
But I mean, Arthur Smith's going to be there. He hasn't had a higher than a top 22 offense, I think, in 3 years.
Well, because last one had Derrick Henry in his prime, so I wonder why that was.
And for some reason, I'm seeing Steeler fans, you're smarter than this. You're giving Arthur Smith the credit for Derrick Henry.
Yep.
Go ahead and stop that nonsense. Derrick Henry's going to be Derrick Henry.
He was good after he left.
I don't care if I'm the coordinator.
Yeah.
He's going to be Derrick Henry.
That's that's a little bit naive and, trying to make it a positive. But look, this guy got ran out of town because of his misuse of assets.
Yeah.
You know what they have in Pittsburgh? Assets. And they're going to be misused once again.
Which sucks because that's all that's happened to Pickens so far.
Pickens.
Misused.
Pickens and Deontay Johnson hasn't really been used.
You're done.
The running backs, there's 2 of them. He's going to love one of them way more than you should. And they don't have a quarterback, so it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's going to be. I don't understand this move. I think we might look back at this move at the end of this next season and say that was the move that finally tipped the scales where Mike Tomlin's getting fired. I mean, that was the move because it was Mike Tomlin's choice. The owner came out and said he wanted an experienced play caller. That's the guy he wanted, a veteran. Arthur Smith comes to town, and I don't want to live in a world where Arthur Smith's getting hired as offensive coordinator and Slowick and Ben Johnson aren't.
Yeah, it's
not that it was their choice, but
Yeah, they're such a disappointing.
Sorry, fantasy community.
Yeah, fantasy community, beware.
Tough to swallow.
Yeah, it's tough.
Let's move on here. Several Dolphins players were allegedly, and I quote, prioritizing the Miami lifestyle over putting in work.
And this is the same team that said, kick rocks, Vic Fangio.
Leading to a disconnect between Vic Fangio and his team. This is Ron Jaworski, good old Jaws, breaking this gem. And all this is Team Fangio saying, hold on. I've been hearing the noise about how I was a jerk. Go ahead and let me leak a little something to you.
Hey, here. What's his name? Ron?
Ron.
Ron here. Here you go, buddy.
Big Ron, Big Jaws, as he's known in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Jaws.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that team.
Miami's pretty popping.
And those are a bunch of young guys who are millionaires in a state with no.
And they certainly played like they were partying all night the night before.
Yeah.
I mean, it just wasn't honestly, it was a good match. The city fit is weird. Vic Fangio Miami just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio belongs in a cold East Coast? Yeah, cold East Coast city. Yeah. And that's where he lands.
Yeah. I totally believe this.
I totally believe this too.
I believe it.
And I also believe the other reports that they didn't like Vic Fangio either.
It was just immature kids with a older head coach, and it wasn't meant to be. They, at least in Philly, you have. I mean, I know they're young there, but they have. I mean, if they keep other guys, they have leadership there, veterans who can help. But yeah,
so Vic Fangio's putting together a staff. Did you see? Sorry, finish your point.
No, I was just saying like outside with the experienced, proven coordinator rather than the unproven players.
Same.
Yeah.
Did you see who he hired as his defensive line coordinator? I'd never seen this man before.
He's that big ass dude.
Clint Hurt. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That thing is massive.
What are you talking about?
Clint Hurt.
Oh.
I've never seen a human shape like that before. If you haven't, stop the show and go Google Clint Hurt, defensive line coach for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Big gentleman.
Yeah. Him and Big Dom on the same sideline.
No one's messing with that. With those,
back to the Super Bowl.
Also, I want to see them fight. I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know who I'm picking.
You know,
moving forward, the team that will win the Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs, will not be with star pass rusher Charles Omenihu.
Yeah,
how'd I do? Omenihu. Tore his ACL.
Yeah, he was a productive player. This is
7 sacks in 11 games.
Yeah.
Had just had that huge strip sack on Lamar Jackson. And it's a big blow for the Chiefs.
Sucks for him too because gets hurt the last week of this season, which means next year he's not gonna be able to start right away.
Yep.
And also he misses the Super Bowl. Like he worked so hard to get to this point. You feel bad for him.
Right.
Chiefs also, this is big because he was a big part of why that defense was elite. Now you have to make up for it in some other ways.
Right.
I'm sure they'll be just fine because they're the Chiefs.
Well, this could really end up impacting them because the name of the game is going to be let's get to Purdy.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to disrupt this offense because it doesn't seem like you can get to Kittle. It doesn't seem like you get to Debo or Ayuk. It seems like those guys, and forget McCaffrey, but it seems like you can get to Purdy.
Yeah.
You can shake him. You can cause him to make some errant throws. We saw a handful both the last playoff games. And, I think this is a huge win for the and you know what I mean, not the injury, but, him not being available for the 49ers.
Yeah, yeah. This sucks, but,
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna warn you a little bit right here. We're going to do a couple of extra football stories here. One of them has to do with she who should not be named.
Okay.
Because it's a big, honestly, I wasn't going to do it, but this is such a big deal.
All right, go ahead.
She who shall not be named has generated $331.5 million for the Chiefs and the NFL since showing up to her first game in September.
That's a freaking lot of money.
I see that, and I think, no wonder they're posting her on Instagram. They're probably sending her thank you cards, and Roger's taking her out to dinner with the permission of the Kelsey family, of course.
Yeah.
I've never seen a celebrity come into a league and affect it this way.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is, but if it was a plant, bravo. It's exactly what you want.
This is how you do it.
Yeah, you want money. You want someone who's going to attract a new audience.
Yep.
That amount of money, half it's put to girls who have no idea who Travis Kelce is, but just order his jersey because that's Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Speaking of just women thriving in the NFL world.
Here we go.
Kristen Juszczyk.
Okay,
you like her.
Yep.
The wife of 49ers star fullback Kyle Juszczyk finally was hooked up with a licensing deal with the NFL to use team logos on our designs legally.
Yeah.
Welcome, Kristen, to the NFL family. I don't care for your clothes, but they are loved.
As fellow small business owners, we applaud you because this is a very big deal.
Yeah.
Every week you saw a new player's wife have a different type of thing, always repping, and always.
Yep.
Kyle always shouting out his wife, so bravo to him. But yeah, bravo to her. This hustled enough to get the NFL to say, okay, you can use our logos. Good for you.
2 questions.
Okay.
Has she been using the logos illegally then?
Probably.
Was she breaking the law? Because I've seen logos on her clothes before.
No, I think now they're probably just saying, like, just sell on our website.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're saying.
Other thing is this. Is this like a unique thing?
No, it's just what's hot right now.
There's gonna be a lot of rip-off.
I'm not sure the longevity is there, but right now, I mean, she doesn't need the money. Her
there's nothing to patent.
husband's a millionaire.
There's nothing to copyright.
Yeah, it's just
there are gonna be a lot of copycats here.
It's basically all on design, and there's gonna be a lot of designs that look just like it next year.
Yep.
Yeah, but good for you. I mean, that's huge deal. Literally huge deal.
I'm gonna skip the Pro Bowl replacements for now and move ahead to the viewership for Championship Sunday because it was absurd. Most watched AFC and most watched NFC games ever. 55 million per, 56 for the NFC. I mean, is it just because we never hear these numbers? But I feel like every week, more and more.
No, this is the NFL truly taking over North America, North American sports. It's becoming so big and so overwhelmingly dominant over the other sports, NHL, MLB, all that.
And you know what? I never thought there was room to grow, but then you talk about what soccer is in Europe.
Yeah.
And you realize, there's another level to this.
Yeah. There's the soccer level in Europe, which is a different level.
Which is another, as much as NFL fans are, and we're one of them.
Yeah.
Or we're two of them.
Yeah.
Soccer fans in Europe and other parts of the world, another level.
Oh,
and I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, I think the NFL is trying to match it money-wise. That's why they're doing NFL Europe, trying to get more reach around the world.
On their way.
Yeah. Because look at like soccer. They're all over America.
Yeah.
They're trying to now. NFL trying to match it. NFL's taking it, and it's honestly it's a good product now too.
Yeah.
There's so many star quarterbacks. There's so many stars everywhere on every team. It's fun to watch.
Yep. This is a cool little story. So over the next 2 weeks, you're going to start to hear all the stories come out about the different rosters, different connections. You sent me this one earlier. If the 49ers win a Super Bowl, that would mean both Ed McCaffrey and Mike Shanahan's sons win together, just like they did for 3 Super Bowls. So if you don't know, Christian McCaffrey's father, Ed McCaffrey, was a receiver.
A receiver?
Looks like a tight end if you go look him up. He's going to look like a tight end. That's what receivers used to look like.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mike Shanahan, legendary coach of the Denver Broncos. Now their sons doing it together. That's going to be one of the cool stories I think I'm going to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sons doing the same thing.
Yeah. They won back-to-back Super Bowls, and now the sons of those two guys are if they win a Super Bowl, have now matched it. That's crazy. Like, head coach and wide receiver could have said 20 years ago, our sons are going to win our
You feel like
Super Bowl together.
like they're like messing around the Broncos, practice facility.
Yeah, maybe like
imagine if our sons
the babies were playing with each other.
Yeah.
Like, what if they won and then now it's
and here they are.
It's one CMC, the other one's Kyle Shanahan.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Someone who maybe their son might win, but he definitely won't. Mac Jones. I feel like that was a good line. I feel like that was good hosting.
Yeah. I feel like I just became a podcast.
That was good podcasting right there.
That's what it's all about, baby.
That was good media.
Yeah.
The Patriots are not expected to pick up the 5th-year option for Mr. Mac Jones. Angel loves Mac
Senior
Jones.
Mac.
Then this story came out. Patriots Mac Jones reportedly vented to a Jet staffer on how he was jealous with how the Jets handled the situation with Zach Wilson, and how he didn't like how the Patriots handled the situation. I mean, is this a smear job?
No, this kind of says like Mac Jones kind of like a crybaby. This is what I'll say. It's like, you're on the field, you didn't play well. That's not because like you didn't play well. That's just bottom line.
Yeah.
You could blame whatever you want. You were on the field enough to prove.
What's the greatest thing Mac Jones has done in his career? I was thinking about this earlier. Is the greatest things he's done is take a really bad Cam Newton's job?
No, he was good his first year.
That's a year.
Yeah. And then whatever happened. And then they messed him up. They stunted his growth with the whole Matt Patricia being offensive coordinator. And then last year wasn't good. So maybe Patriots are just as much to blame for Mac Jones being bad as Mac Jones. But I mean, Mac Jones, you went out there. That's not our fault that you were ass.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. That was Broncos. Little Broncos news. Ready? According to Tony Pauline, friend of the show, Mr. Tony.
Sure.
The Broncos want to trade up for top quarterback Caleb Williams. Now, this is also like, breaking news. Joey would love a big old pile of gold.
Breaking news, Angel wants to win the lottery.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of that. But if they're actually like, they really want to give real assets to do that, you would welcome it, first of all. Right?
Yeah.
Even no matter the cost. What if it costs Patrick Surtain?
Yeah, but stop you right there. Stop. No.
Okay, because that's the one that's being floated out. The team does not want to trade Patrick Surtain, but if needed, as a last result to secure one of the top passers in this draft, they are open to it.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Tony's not one to spin threads here. Is that how it goes? Spin yarn?
Look, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but it's not going to happen.
Well, what you're saying is you really don't want it to happen.
No, because we don't have the assets yet. I don't want to give up 4 first-round picks.
That's what I'm saying. You can. You don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
We just got out of giving up a bunch of picks for a quarterback, not to go right back into it.
Maybe.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if you land a quarterback that's your franchise guy, you would give up whatever it takes.
We keep seeing Patrick Surtain's name. Why? Why is that like?
Because he's like he's like the biggest asset that the Broncos have right now.
Yeah.
And they've showed no indication of trading him. It's always been rumors. The GM came out after the season and said, we want Patrick here long term.
And listen, Mr. Sean Payton, friend of the show. You're listening right now. Don't trade Patrick Surtain.
No, don't trade him.
Go ahead and keep that guy.
He's might be him and Sauce Gardner are literally on their way to being Hall of Famers just right now, already.
Go ahead and keep that guy.
Yeah, keep him.
Bills are expected to do major restructuring of Stephon Diggs' rather large bloated contract, and Diggs, quote, will not be happy. This is from Peter King. So not just some Tony Pauline character.
Yeah, not a friend of the show, Peter King?
Not a friend of the show.
I don't know.
He's more of a stop. But you kind of said this earlier when we said Stephon Diggs is happy in Buffalo. He's going to stay there. And you just said what? You said, show me the money.
Yeah.
You forgot what you said, didn't you?
I forgot what I said.
Yeah.
I said a lot of shit.
You said...
It's like, what did I say?
I don't know what I said. As soon as I said that, you looked at me. I was like, he has no idea what he said.
Yeah.
Well, you said.
Tell me.
You made a great point, Ange. You said,
sounds like me.
I don't believe it until I see the money. And if they restructure him and take some money away, take some guarantees away, I think Stephon Diggs is going to flip a switch real quick.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to end well. Stephon Diggs has never shown. I mean, he's a great player, but he gets a little bit whiny, a little bit immature sometimes. Yeah. And when it comes to money, I side with the player. Don't touch my freaking money. You can kick it down the road. Don't touch my money.
Yeah. So this is how this is going to go down. They're going to ask him to restructure,
which is fine. Just give me the money.
He's going to say no.
Yeah.
I won't. You're asking me to give up guaranteed money. I will not.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be real. Stephon Diggs seems like a guy who's going to demand a trade, that kind of thing. If this goes down this road, that's probably what's going to happen. Especially because
it's already starting.
The Bills are kind of right to not take his money, but look for a way to get more of the receiver room.
Yeah,
because he's not worth that money.
Yeah,
anymore. But you already, promised it to him. I see this.
It's already starting. It's going to be a long summer of this. Who said? She said. He said. Whatever. Not going to end well. Hopefully it does, but. These two just don't seem to get along, and they continue to keep on their relationship. It's like a bad couple. You're like, you guys should just break up.
Okay, I got one more thing of news here. Then we'll take a quick break, and then we have a quick conversation about a little Pro Bowl stuff and a little bit of coaching stuff. You go with that?
Yeah.
Last thing I have. Ready?
Ready.
Dallas Cowboys, I think, have something to be very excited about. And we got a couple minutes here, so we got to go fast. Jerry Jones, reportedly, he's going all in.
Okay.
He's going all in this year.
Sure, Jerry. Sure.
Quote, we will be going all in.
We're going all in. Yeah.
We're going all in. I would say to you that you will see us this coming year not build for the future.
Thanks.
He's going all in.
These are groundbreaking news.
I could already see the dirty little Cowboy fan fingers with their stupid tweets. You know what's different this year? We're going all in.
You know what? We're going all in. It's going to be all over the walls. All in. Just to lose in the first playoff game. Look. All in. They've been going all in since
we don't have any Cowboy fans who watch our show anymore.
No. They've been going all in since like the 90s. Since I think 1995, right? Yeah. Their last title. Or I don't know what the hell the last title was. Because it's so long ago.
I don't want to make fun of them, but it's just Jerry Jones makes it so easy sometimes.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I'm sure you could find in the last 5 years or 10 years, he always said something similar to this.
Right.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe he gets maybe he gets Stephon Diggs, and then that's all in for them. But if Jerry is still there, then I'm out.
I mean, you signed or you traded for Stephon Gilmore.
Good trade.
You signed Brandon Cooks. I mean, I feel like you're going all in this year.
Yeah. I think they go all in.
Is this a safe face move?
Yeah, they always have good teams. It's not like they don't go all in every year. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean.
That's the news. I want to talk a little bit of Pro Bowl stuff because we had a couple of replacements. The Pro Bowl to me is so quickly losing any kind of like honor.
Yeah, it's like prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Pro Bowl quarterback, Colts Gardner Minshew. We'll be playing in the Pro Bowl game, replacing Patrick Mahomes, who's a little busy at the moment. Yep. Passed over Josh Allen. So we're gonna have Gardner Minshew. Josh Allen, you're not invited.
Go stay home.
We need Gardner Minshew here. I mean, the Pro Bowl is just, it's like it's getting worse.
Yeah, a lot of guys drop out because I think Stafford dropped out because he didn't want to do it.
Guys who dropped out: Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jermaine Johnson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kevin Zeitler, C.J. Ham, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield. All said. Oh, sorry. Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
just dropped out.
Yeah,
I know some of those have legit reasons, but a lot of those are just I don't want to do this.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be when we were kids. It used to be a big honor, and it was you representing your whole conference as the best in your conference. Yep. Now it's just who else wants to go? Like, do you not want to go?
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew's great, but like he's now in the realm of the Snoop Huntley who made it last year.
Yeah,
like why the hell are you here? You're one of the best in the league. Gardner had a great season. Love Gardner. Not a Pro Bowler.
I mean, eventually, do they just have to scrap this?
But I'm sure Gardner has somewhere in his contract. If he becomes a Pro Bowler, he gets some money. So shout out to Gardner.
Yeah,
he got a big, lump of change. Chunk of change. There you go.
I mean, lump or chunk. I think it's
chunk of change.
Yeah, I think they're both. We'll take it.
Okay.
He lives in a van.
Yeah, he's gonna be good television. He needs to do the old Pat McAfee route once he's done. Because he's quite the personality.
Eventually they have to scrap this. They've tried to fix it for years now.
I mean,
it's not working.
They're playing dodgeball now.
They're playing dodgeball.
That's what they're doing because
they're playing dodgeball now.
Yeah,
these grown men, our favorite athletes,
because they don't want to get hurt for a game that doesn't mean anything.
That's the thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because you can't go back to the game.
Yeah.
So what do?
There's no.
Would you be happy if they said, you know what, we're not going to do anymore. We're going to soup up as much as we can NFL honors, and that's what we're doing in between the Super Bowl and the championship weekend. Would you be happy with that?
No, because I mean, maybe the Pro Bowl, maybe its time has come. I mean, we're gonna be. No, I like seeing Pro Bowlers, and like that's part of the resume. Keep that going, but I don't know how you reset it or reboot it or make it fun.
Yeah,
because it's not. Because if they don't try, it's not fun. They don't try anymore.
And what you mentioned too about the accolade of being a Pro Bowler, but that's what's the hardest to me is that we're losing what it means.
Yeah.
So you look back at some of these players. You look back at a Jared Allen, these guys we grew up with, Ray Lewis, those guys. Pro Bowler meant something different back in that day.
Yeah.
But a Pro Bowler today, like, what does that mean?
Just that you wanted that someone else dropped down. You
stayed healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the solution. I would be watching the Pro Bowl games. I think it's just fun to see these athletes just do anything because they're phenomenal athletes.
I like the idea of a souped-up NFL honors. Make it a thing. I mean,
it's already souped
have
up.
some music. I just kind of make it bigger. Make it a big event that people are going to go to. Make it in the city that's hosting the Super Bowl. Make it part of the Super Bowl festivities.
Yeah, I mean, not to get too nerdy, the NFLPA is going to keep this going because you add this to contracts and they get players money. But maybe do that, but. Don't go back to the game. We forget how bad the games were when no one was trying for anything.
Oh.
They were just bad.
So bad.
They're just standing up, just not even rushing the pass because I'm not getting hurt over this.
Okay, one more thing here before we wrap it up. NFL coordinators that have been hired so far, okay? Some of these we don't know anything about. Like, I don't know who Dan Pitcher is.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah,
Danny boy.
Some of these, and usually these are hires from within.
Yeah.
Guys who the organization is given a shot because of what they've seen.
Yeah.
And sorry, we don't have eyes and ears inside the Bengals coaching development locker room.
Yeah, sorry.
But some of these guys I do want to ask you about, just give me thumbs up, thumbs down.
Okay. Gladiator style.
There it is. Arthur Smith to the Steelers.
Thumbs down. What the hell?
Okay. Kellen Moore to the Eagles.
Thumbs up.
Okay. I'm a little bit.
He's a professional.
Yes.
That's not really a very overwhelmingly positive statement, but he's a pro.
It's fair. Zach Robinson to the Falcons.
Yes, up and coming guy. Yeah.
Shane Waldron to the Bears.
Shane Waldron is the
Steelers OC.
Steelers OC. No.
I low-key like that one. I think it's going to work. If you look at some of what he did with Geno, I don't know. I think.
I'm sorry. Wrong guy. Yes.
From the Steelers to the Bears.
Yes. I got mixed up.
Yeah. Joe Brady to the Bills. I mean,
two thumbs up.
How many more?
Probably the best OC hire.
Love it.
Outside of Slowick and them.
Former Bills offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey to the Browns.
Yeah. Ken Dorsey was a good OC.
Yeah.
It's not like his offense. It's kind of Stefanski's offense. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Dan Pitch to the Bengals.
Sure. What's up, Pitch?
Yeah, good job, Pitch.
What a pitch.
Yep. I knew it. I knew that's where you're going.
Pitching awesome.
Yep. Vic Fangio to the Eagles.
Yeah. Yes, proven coordinator.
Let me throw a caveat here. I think this might struggle, first of all, because I think there's a certain personnel you need to run a good Fangio
3-4
defense. Yeah. And I don't think the Eagles have it yet. They don't have the secondary for it yet.
Yeah. They have the front, though.
I mean, would you agree? Fangio was a great coordinator with the Broncos. You need a good secondary, right?
Yeah, we had a good secondary when he was there.
Like every time he succeeded.
And then when he was in Chicago, he had a good defense there too with a good secondary. Yeah.
Ryan Nielsen for the Jaguars, defense coordinator.
Sure. Good job, man.
Yep. Jesse Minter, Chargers. Good old Jesse. DeMarcus Covington. We don't know any of these guys.
No.
But we will, because they'll probably show up as
most of these guys
head coaches.
Most of these guys are the ones like last year we didn't know who Bobby Slowick was, the pass game coordinator for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Came over with DeMeco Ryans. Now he's Bobby Slowick.
Okay, so we just read some coordinator positions here. Guys who might be up for jobs next year as far as the hot young coaches. Kellen Moore.
There's
two-headed
horsemen. Go ahead.
No, who's that?
Would you say Bobby Moore? Bobby Slowick.
No.
And Ben Johnson.
I meant Kellen Moore. Yeah, Bobby Slowick, Ben Johnson.
Those are the two pillars of next year's.
They're the hotness this year.
Already, yeah.
So unless those teams just fall off a cliff,
they're
going to be great next year. You got Kellen Moore, possibly Zach Robinson if he lights up with the Falcons, Shane Waldron, Joe Brady for sure, and those are the hot names. These are the teams that could be looking for their next coach next year.
Okay.
Good jobs on the line here.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, it was already a little rumored this year. I mean, you know more than I do.
He will lose his job next year if he has another bad season.
Yeah.
He will lose his job 100%. And come on down, Ben Johnson. Come over to Philly.
Or Slowick.
Any of those guys.
Yeah.
Dallas. I mean, McCarthy.
Dallas is a weird one because they have to be a puppet to Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
We all know that. Don't he's not look at the head coaches. He wants someone that he can control. Please don't go there, Slowick or Ben Johnson.
What if Eberflus gets the can there and you got Caleb Williams there in Chicago? Maybe Marvin Harrison, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, that's a good spot. I mean, Caleb Williams, if he goes there.
That's a good spot for one of those young OCs.
And then whenever you get back for Fields, maybe you have some draft capital too, along with a young quarterback.
This one might be interesting. I believe he's 62, Andy Reid.
Please don't leave. I really hope he doesn't retire after this one.
The point is, Ben Johnson and Bobby Slowick staying put. Yes, they gave him raises. They're going to get a chance to work with their guys again.
Yeah.
But they also could be looking ahead, be like, okay, could I go to the Washington Commanders now?
With absolutely nothing?
Yeah. Could I go to Geno Smith and the Seahawks? Yeah. Could I go take over for Andy Reid next year?
With Patrick Mahomes and win some titles?
Could I go take over Caleb Williams and the Bears and all that money, and maybe I'll stay put for a year?
Do you think, now that we're on head coaches, do you think now this is the Belichick landing spot, one of these two? Not that these young guys are kind of gone now.
Yeah. Belichick.
Because we were seeing stuff like he might take a year.
I don't think the Commanders are. I think the GM they got, I can't think of his name.
Young, sexy guy.
Sexy guy. I don't think he goes Belichick.
Yeah.
He might go Vrabel, but I don't think he goes Belichick.
Yeah.
Another guy, though, to look out for is Mike McDonald's going to get one of these jobs.
Yeah, I think he interviewed. Yeah, he's
still out there.
They have not said that he's coming back. They've just.
There's one job available, really. He'll get one of these jobs, wherever he wants. I think he goes to Seattle, but we'll see.
I would like Vrabel in Seattle.
Yeah,
because it's a talented roster.
Vrabel in Washington isn't bad. Washington, we talked about this, is not a terrible spot.
No, just have a quarterback.
Yeah, new ownership, money, a GM that seems like the up and coming,
draft capital,
a ton of draft, the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, so
we'll see. Maybe Vrabel there, second life.
Yeah,
it's weird to see him in a Commander's vest.
We're still waiting on Belichick. I'm curious. I'm so curious on what happens with him.
Weird
because it's as if no one wants Belichick. No one wants this older coach. Because all these young, sexy guys are
Poor guy.
I know. I mean, that must suck to give your life to football, become the second winningest coach of all time, just to I don't want him.
You know what he needs to do though? If him and Mr. Saban
Podcast. Two bros in a podcast.
Grumpier old men.
Yeah, grumpier old men. Yeah, there's so many names you could do with, and these stories, the collective history and knowledge that those two have.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be low-key funny.
Yeah.
Because they're probably hilarious when they're not trying to be the best coaches of all time. Yep. So, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man. A shout out to Bill Belichick. Go find a job, man. It's tough out there.
I'm going to do something new. Talk this out. Ready? We're going to end this show and every Wednesday show with my final thought.
Okay.
My final thought today.
Okay.
I'm going to speak to the people. Can you give me a second?
Sure, go ahead. Mike's yours.
Is that my camera right there?
Sure. Yep, that one right there.
There's only one camera.
Speak to him.
Listen, my Eagles went to the playoffs and we lost.
Oh, my God.
Your team went to the playoffs and most likely lost unless you live in Kansas City or in San Francisco. I'm on Twitter, and there's a lot of negativity because there's a lot of hurt feelings, right? A lot of your teams didn't win. I want to give you a piece of advice here. Let's stop firing everyone. The answer is not to clean house. The answer is not always to, hey, you know what? He's not working out. And what I'm talking about is you Raven fans going at Lamar Jackson. Where the hell do you go next if you don't want Lamar Jackson? You went to the title game. You did fine. He is affecting his career, but you don't want to get rid of Lamar Jackson. That's your boy.
Yeah, that's a good thought. A lot of haters on Lamar Jackson. That's the MVP. I don't know if you're going to find another guy who's as good as Lamar Jackson.
Who do you want?
Or, what else do you want? Ravens fans, what else do you want?
Yeah. And then there's Ravens fans like, why don't we just trade him for Patrick Mahomes?
Dude, Caleb Williams is right there. He's a... Shut up.
Listen,
Stop talking.
As someone who is dealing with Russell Wilson and all the clown quarterbacks you've been dealing with, the grass is not always greener, my friend.
If you have an elite quarterback...
Leave Lamar Jackson alone.
Let's just remember pre-Peyton Manning when winning titles. He was 500 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of for a quarterback to hit the age 30 mark and then turn on championship window. Yeah. Chill with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and stop crapping on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Honestly, stop crapping on Dak Prescott. He's a good quarterback, too. Go with your guy.
Not sure if I'm on the same board with you with Dak Prescott.
I feel like I got a little generous there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be positive, too.
Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, dogs.
I take that back.
Yeah.
Dak sucks.
What? Think of that. Trade his ass.
That's our show for today. Thanks so much for joining us. I take it all back.
No, they're all in, baby.
Fire those fools. We'll see you Friday for... what do you want to do Friday? We'll have a show. We'll talk some football.
We'll figure it out.
See you there.
Peace.
Bye.